Hey, this is Britt Baker, and you're on the Real News Talk channel. The OG of AEW is back to reclaim her rank in the women's division. 'Cause I am all in, baby. Best believe it's yours truly, Dr. Britt Baker. DMD, Retronic Ice Cat, you know what the fuck to do.
That's right, you know what the fuck to do. So this is the Retro Kid, Retronic Ice Cat on the Real News Talk channel. Yeah, as we all know by now, that Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, has officially made her return. She made her return this past Sunday at Forbidden Door to confront the current double champion, Mercedes Moné, when she scored a victory at Forbidden Door against a Mexican wrestler from another promotion. And also, she made her return on Dynamite last night to address her absence. Okay, now we all know that Britt Baker was dealing with back problems as well as other health issues that she addressed in the ring, where she said that she was having some sort of problems on the right side of her body with her arms tingling and poor blood flow to the brain, which could have led to her having a minor to major stroke. And she took herself to the hospital and they told her what she was suffering from. So she spent a week in the hospital to recover from what she was going through, and also other health problems as well as her back problems that she's been dealing with for quite some time. So she took a good 10 months off. A good long 10 months, which is highly needed, especially if you've suffered multiple injuries. Sometimes your body just needs to rest, your body needs to recuperate, because if you keep on going, then it could lead to an early retirement. It could lead to you end up being in a wheelchair. God forbid. So sometimes you got to listen to your body. Sometimes you got to know when to step back and take a break. As much as you love doing what you're doing, you got to listen to your body, because your health is your wealth. Your body's your temple. So if that breaks, if that shuts down, then you can't do nothing. And that's what Britt Baker was basically explaining to the people, because a lot of people like to make assumptions saying that, oh, these wrestlers are not hurt, they just don't want to come to work. Like, how do you know? You don't know these people personally. You just know them off their character, but you don't know them as the actual them, if you get my drift. So it's funny when all these fans like to throw out all these beliefs that, oh, they just don't want to come to work. They're too afraid, or they're too lazy, or they're this and that. But yeah, what are you doing with your life? Are you doing anything? I mean, if you were in their position and you were and you were going through so much injuries, I mean, would you want people to make assumptions about you? I don't think so, because I don't think you would like it done unto you. So why would you do it to other people? Why would you assume things? But this is the entertainment world. People like to quote stupid things all the time and say stupid stuff that they know is stupid before they even open their mouth. But they just say it anyway, knowing that they may get a sarcastic response or negative response from that wrestler, especially on social media as well. But yeah, it's good to see Britt Baker back. And she's due to face Mercedes Moné at the Wembley Stadium at All In. You know? But yeah, people making assumptions about other people, don't do that, because you don't know what a person's going through. You don't know if they're going through some sort of health issue. You don't know what they're battling behind closed doors, because it might look all rosy and great on the outside, but on the inside, you never know what that person is going through. I mean, look what happened to Serena Deeb that recently made her return not long ago. She said that she had a stroke while she was off TV. Hence why she didn't wrestle for nearly 2 years because of that. And she was battling for some sort of mental issue. So she was going for a lot behind closed doors that nobody knew about. I didn't know what was going on with her. Nobody knew what was going on with Serena Deeb until she actually expressed what she was going through. Because people seem to forget that these wrestlers are human beings too. They're no different than us regular people. So we have to take that into consideration. You understand? Because once a person drops down now, who's going to be there to pick up the pieces? No one but their friends and family. The wrestling fans will just move on to another person. The most they'll do is send their condolences. God forbid if something were to happen to them, if they were to pass away. The wrestling fans will easily forget and move on to the next person. Showing nothing but fake love, because really and truly, the fans don't care about the wrestlers. They don't care about their well-being. They just like to be entertained. That's all it is. Whether they're injured or not. But, you know, at the end of the day, you can't please everyone. You just got to do what you got to do. If you feel that your body can't go any longer, then you take a step back and reevaluate yourself and see if it's still worth it to continue later on down the line when you fully recovered. And that's what Britt Baker did. And here we are. The Doctor is back in AEW, and she's one of my, if not my favorite female wrestler on AEW. I say it loud and proud, regardless of what people may say about her in-ring ability, and that she's improved over the years. Sure, she was in WWE and she didn't really do much and she was a jobber, but after her getting released from the WWE 2018, she improved on the indies. She has come a long way over the last 6-7 years. Undoubtedly. You understand what I'm saying? So this woman has done a lot. She's made a name for herself outside of the WWE. So you have to give Britt Baker her flowers, because at least she's improved. She's improved in many ways. And you have to respect that, regardless how you feel about her. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me get to the article. At AEW Forbidden Door, Britt Baker made surprising return to AEW television, marking her first appearance since September last year. She followed this up with an emotional appearance on AEW Dynamite, where she revealed that she had suffered a mini stroke. The legitimacy of Baker's revelation has now been confirmed. On the July 3rd edition of AEW Beach Break, Britt Baker returned to the flagship show and was warmly welcomed by her longtime friend Tony Schiavone in the ring. During a heartfelt segment, Baker opened up about her extended absence, sharing the physical and mental challenges she faced. She recounted a harrowing experience where her entire right side temporarily stopped working, leading to a diagnosis of TIA, transient ischemic attack, a serious health scare that she had initially tried to downplay. Ultimately, Baker realized she needed time to recover and informed Tony Khan of her decision to stay home and recuperate. According to a report by PW Insider, Britt Baker's account of suffering a mini stroke is entirely a legitimate and not part of any storyline. The story Britt Baker told about her suffering a mini stroke in the wake of other injuries during her return promo on Dynamite is 100% legitimate, PW Insider is told. In addition to sharing her health struggles, Britt Baker also issued a challenge to Mercedes Moné for a match at AEW All In next month. Fans are eagerly anticipating how AEW will book their feud in the coming weeks, as Baker's program has never generated more excitement. Yeah, as you can see, Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker in the ring. This feud is going to be a great one. It's going to be a really great feud. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking forward to it. Mercedes Moné came across as a heel last night where they were telling her to shut the fuck up. And she seemed surprised, like, huh? You fans are telling me to shut the fuck up? All right. Okay, I'm going to give you what you want. And then she started roasting Britt Baker, and Britt Baker roasted her back. So, I'm pumped up for this feud. I really am. It's going to be an interesting one. No doubt about it. You know? And who knows? If Rebecca Quinn decides to sign with AEW, she could come creeping in between the feud with Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné. Either all in or all out, making the feud even more exciting. You know what I'm saying? So if either of those two win at All In, then Rebecca Quinn can make a surprise debut. Now that would be dope. One of the biggest surprise AEW has ever offered in their company. Bringing in Rebecca Quinn, formerly known as Becky Lynch. So if that were to happen, that will officially draw numbers somehow. But we'll just have to wait and see how everything unfolds. But I'm happy that Britt Baker is back in AEW. And I'm wondering where Jamie Hayter is, because Jamie Hayter has not been in AEW for quite some time. It's like she just disappeared. But I hope she comes back as well. I know she came down with a serious injury, which kept her out for a very long time. But I hope she comes back soon as well. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. The Doctor is back. So get ready, because she's about to attack. This is the Retro Kid, Retronic Ice Cat on the Real News Talk channel. Let me know your thoughts on the whole feud between Mercedes Moné and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Peace.